Hello, young man. I like your boldness. I have to get my microphone adjusted here. I like your boldness. I have a grandson that's only, probably looks like he might be only a couple years younger than you are. I like your boldness. Uh, some of your ideas don't line up 100% with the LDS Church. Do you realize, young man, that if you were any kind of somebody in the Mormon Church, in the LDS Church, you would be censured? You know what censure means? Not censor. You wouldn't be censored. The word is censure. C-E-N-S-U-R-E. That means that they would put a lid on you. That's just about how the hierarchy in the church works. You are a priesthood minion. You are automatically either an elder or a prospective elder when you reach a certain age. That means you're tied right into their hierarchy. They run like any kind of a U.S. corporation, top down, from the top down. You might be okay with that since it hasn't impacted your life in any way dramatically. But I know of people who have served as bishops and stake presidents that people with, higher up the food chain. That's what I call it, higher up in the food chain. They're higher in the hierarchy, okay? And I've known people in those callings who have spoken out independently and have said that their opinions are their own, and they've been clamped on like quicker than an alligator can get his jaws clamped around your head. And that's all I'm going to say about that. So it's good that you have freedom of thought, but if you were a somebody in the church, you would have to toe the line. And that's what your religion is all about. Get in sync with the program. What program? The correlated program. Here's a verse in the Old Testament for you. I phrase it as a question. Don't ask me I'm a little flat-footed now. Don't ask me the exact chapter and verse. You can look for it. I think you can even find it in your LDS footnotes and topical index in the King James Version put out by the church with all your cross-referencing, the cross-references at the bottom of each page that reference the other standard works. So you can get your own King James Version put out by the LDS Church and you can still find it. But God said, was man made for the Sabbath? Or was the Sabbath made for man? Was the program made? Is man made for the program? Or was the program made for man? We're talking about the program, which actually has to do with the Sabbath. So it's an appropriate comparison. Was man made for the Sabbath? In the church, aka also known as the correlated program. Were you made for the program? Get in line and get in sync with the program? Or was the program made for you? To serve you? See, this is an ancient question. God answered his own question. He said, man was not made for the Sabbath, but the Sabbath was made for man. You're not just some little minion who has to run around fulfilling the law of the Sabbath. The Sabbath is made for you. And that goes with the correlated program of the church. They don't see it that way, young man. The 15 slick willies at the top, they don't see it that way. They see you as a minion in their corporate, as a cog, and a cog in the wheel. their corporate wheel. That's it. They don't see you as capable of independent thought. They won't allow that. You get a little older, you get a little more responsibility in the church, and you will have zero freedom to express your own opinions and even call it your own opinions. They will pull you in quicker than a horseback rider pulls the horse to a halt. Okay, that's it. So there are other things that you are too young to know, but you'll learn them as you go. Just be warned and forewarned. That's all I'm doing here. That is all I was doing here right now.